You know, most people don't start or never start a creative journey, learning how to draw, learning how to paint for a lot of reasons, but the main reason I have found over the years while teaching up at the university has been fear. The students are terrified that they're not any good. They're not as good as a friend. They're afraid of critique or feedback. They're afraid of being criticized. So there's a lot of issues that go into wanting to get started on a creative journey. And I definitely think the main one for most people is just overcoming fear. But you can overcome fear by just simply knowing your options and working with them until you're confident with what your skills can do, and then keep pushing them a little further on each piece of artwork that you develop. So today, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get started with drawing, which is the foundation skill for all the arts. You have to know how to draw so you can express yourself and get those creative ideas out of your brain and down onto a piece of paper, and then take it in whatever direction that you're wanting to move. So that's what we're going to get started with this new year. We're going to start your creative journey with the first step, and that first step is drawing. And within the drawing realm, the first step is mark making and developing confidence. So let's get started. All right, guys, this is your Mark Making 101 demo. This is not rocket science. You just have to practice it. And your main goal is just to get confident with making marks. I have a graphite pencil here in my hand, and it's an erodible device, just like charcoal is. The more you draw with it, the more the tip erodes. That's why you have to sharpen them all the time. But even at that, you want your pencils to either be sharp, or when you erode them down to where they're more dull, they do various things. You just have to be aware of when it's at that state, what you can do with it. So basically, the marks you can make with this tool is essentially a line or a tone by just simply how you hold it, right? So pencil grip, you're all familiar with this. You write with this all the time, right? And the underhand grip, where you're being more expressive, right? And if you notice, the actions that I'm making here is two different things. With the pencil grip, you have control. You can do precise things with it. You can lessen that a little bit by just simply moving back on the barrel of the pencil a little bit, right? And it's about the mark you make. You want to do it quickly and precisely, and have that mark do what you want it to do. And this structural mark is also functioning as value. So your eye reads these series of parallel marks as value, even though there's white gaps in it, in most of them. And you can see the pencil is eroding as I'm drawing, and I'm getting a nice chisel tip on it. I just rotate the pencil in my hand, and I can come back to a thin stroke, and it's varying the pressure on this. So just sit down and practice making marks this way, practice making marks with the underhand grip, and you can see the character, different types of things you can do with it. And this is what you're looking to create. Structural marks, you have irregular marks, you have shapes and forms you can create, lights and darks, being irregular, being structural, and all of these things. That's just really the first step in your creative journey, is becoming confident with the types of marks you make. Try them at different angles. You can make them going away, make the marks coming forward to you, make them angled, make them straight, make them horizontal. Just try everything. Just build that muscle memory in what you want to do. Combine them. See what happens when you combine them. All right. These are a lot of really interesting things to do with this device, whether it's a graphite pencil, a 6B pencil, or if it's charcoal. You have options. You have line, you have tone, you have value with this type of a device. All right. All right. So the first assignment I typically give in the first day of class is creating value scales using your mark making. So I typically require a line as value scale and a tonal value scale. So they're pretty simple. I'm going to use this eroded graphite pencil, and we're just simply going to create a rectangular shape, vertical shape that goes from dark to light just simply by varying pressure. Like that, down, 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 all right? And I'll just come in and I'll hit it again. And if you're working on a good, hard, solid surface with no other paper underneath, you're going to get a darker dark at the top. So about 50% at the halfway point, 100% up here, and 0% down here. This is just so you know there is a range that you're trying to get to right in through here. All right, so I keep switching from underhand to overhand just to get a little more pressure right up here where it's the darkest. And if you notice, with drawing pencils as opposed to charcoal, graphite will have a sheen to it the darker you get. All right, charcoal is very flat. It never has that sheen, and you get a very black, flat black with charcoal as opposed to a shiny black with graphite. All right, so we've done one with a tone, and now we're going to do one with line. So it's going to be a little smaller. All right, so tightly spaced lines read darker than your spaced out lines as you keep bringing them down to 0. All right, so we'll just keep building that up until you start developing a transition from darker to lighter, just with line. All right, we'll just keep pulling it down, and I'm going to look for a sharper edge right there. So I'm going to get my lines a little darker, a little more pressure, and I'm just going to pull them down, try to keep them start at a certain point and end at a certain point. I'm getting some transition from a sharp edge to a tapered edge on this side, and that's okay. That's kind of a handy thing. Those were too dark, so I'll have to kind of work with those. We'll just keep working them down. This takes a little practice, and that's the whole point of the assignment, just to be able to develop value with line, because this is important. Even though I'm drawing it with pencil right now, you're going to have to do this when you're drawing with ink. All right, so just being able to get a transition from dark to light. I see it, looking at the screen here, I can kind of see a darker shape right in here, and it's all due to the pressure that I'm exerting. Now with ink, that won't necessarily happen. With markers, it can. Your markers kind of can have a tapered line to them. So practice this not only with your graphite, but practice it with charcoal, practice it with ink, and see how it goes. You're definitely going to see with the tonal range with charcoal is going to be a lot easier than with graphite. Plus you can smudge, right? You can tone and work it out with either your finger, which some people will say, well, you're going to leave oils on the paper. Yeah, you do. Or you can put a glove on and do it with your finger that way, or just with a piece of tissue paper or paper towel wrapped around your finger, or even a stump, a drawing stump. You'll see those for sale there as well. So just practice, try to get a good solid transition from black down through the range. And ultimately you'll do this not only with black and white, with charcoal, but also with colors. So your colors also have a range of value that they're capable of producing. All right, so you're just practicing that. That is typically my first assignment that I give the students when working with their mark making and just trying to control something with it. All right, so just play around. Don't feel like you have to make anything at this point. You're just making an interesting mark. Get confident with your mark. It's really crucial to have that confidence in how you attack and apply the stroke to the paper. If you're unsure, it comes down through your brain, through your arm, down to the tip of that pencil, and it shows up on the paper. So the more you do of this, the more confident those marks are going to be. And 3/4 of what you're doing with artwork is, if it's done with confidence, it's going to be believable. It's going to read correctly to the viewer, and you shouldn't have any problems. All right, there we go. That is the first steps on your creative journey for this new year, starting with drawing and starting with mark making. So to recap what you're going to be working on, you're just making marks. Figure out what that tool is capable of doing and just make marks with it. The overall goal is to be confident with your mark. You don't want weak, timid marks. You want strong, confident marks. Marks that have a lot of character. And that's really the overarching goal for this exercise, is to create confidence in what you can do when you put a piece of paper in front of you and you grab a pencil and you can start drawing. All right, so practice the line work, practice the tone work, practice your value scales, make it second nature, and be very confident in what you do. Hey, if you got any value out of this demo and tutorial, please give me a like and a subscribe. Share this out to any friends, relatives, and neighbors, someone you might know who would be interested in getting started with a creative journey. All they need is a quick push into it. Get them going. Send them to the channel. We'll help them out. I do have a bunch of links on my website. The links are in the video descriptions. Head into my website, free downloads. We have affiliate links for tools and supplies. Click on those. Buy something at Amazon. I'm going to get a small commission. That helps out the channel immensely. I have 2 digital products out on Gumroad. Head over there, buy those. And if you think I'm doing anything on this channel, providing these free demos and tutorials that you would like to support financially, head into Patreon, give me a $5 a month membership. That really helps. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a good year on your creative journey. Stay tuned, more to come, and we'll see you then.